What is going on, you guys? Good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are watching this. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is another Philly the podcast. You guys wanted to talk about the best case, worst case scenario. So we gonna talk about the best case, worst case scenario. This might get a little ugly, y'all. Everybody has a different opinion on where we are as a franchise, right? Everybody has their opinion on what Philadelphia can be coming up this year. I'm still on the fence. You know what I'm saying? I'm still on the fence of what I think this team is. I think this training camp, this offseason will really show a lot. Once we know what happens with this quarterback situation, we'll know even more. But look, we can turn this around quick. We've done it before. We can do it again, right? That's how I'm feeling right now. So before we get into this, shout out to everybody that's in here, man. Shout out to Big Play Slay. I see you. Shout out to Steven, Pat's Nation Commentary in here. AK Eagles, what's up? Nina Austin, good afternoon. How are you doing? I am good, Big Play Slay. Thank you for asking. Yeah, so we're just going to exactly, AK Eagles. All we can do is predict. All we can do is sit here, look at the landscape, and hope that, we have to be positive, right? Sunshines and rainbows, as my guy Bengal Jim said yesterday. Everybody's in here. What's good? What's good, Kev? What's good? King Corey, first of his name. I like that. That's a dope name. What's good, everybody? Yeah, so look, we'll get right into it. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe if you are new. We just hit 1250. I wanted 1200 by like 2 days ago. You guys are going crazy. I appreciate it. Let's get to 1300, man. Let's do this quick, right? But anyways, so we'll start with the worst case scenario, and then we'll end with, happiness, sunshines and rainbows. Remember that, guys. So the worst case scenario, it starts with our coaching staff making decisions, okay? And what I mean by that is if Nick Sirianni comes in here and he really is just playing the role. And what I mean by that is like, if he just comes in here and does whatever Jeffrey Lurie wants or Howie Roseman wants and doesn't hold these players accountable, doesn't, actually give competition like he says, doesn't let competition, play out as it will, we're going to be in the same position that we are right now. So we need him to be a different type of coach. We don't need, and I don't think Doug Peterson was necessarily a yes man. I think that's kind of what got him fired, that he didn't want to be a yes man. So, look, we have, to Nina's, I'm reading everybody, I promise. To Nina's point, we do have a very young coaching staff, and that can be good and that can be bad. He said in his press conference, him being, Nick Sirianni, he said that he wants his players to connect to his players, his coaches to his coaches, coaches to players, players to coaches, all that, right? So maybe the youth will help that. The youth, being a little bit closer in age, a little bit closer in experience, you kind of know what these guys are going through a little bit more. Maybe that helps. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that helps that connection, helps that growth, helps that, that bond. Because at the end of the day, we need to come together again as a family. I feel like the Eagles play best when their team plays like a family. You know what I'm saying? Everybody for each other. So if he comes in here, he's saying good things. We all want to hear competition. We all want to hear development. But if we go into training camp and it's just given to Carson Wentz, nothing really changes. Everybody's just, kind of going with the motion. We'll see it. We will see it, man. I feel like the Eagles don't, and it's good and it's bad, I guess. The Eagles, the players, I feel like they show on the field and how they act, what's going on in the back room. Like if you look at this season, you could tell that things were wrong going on in the back. You know what I'm saying? You knew that things were out of sorts when it came to coaching, when it came to the front office. You knew things were not working well. So you saw it on the field. If this happens again, we're going to see it on the field. To get more specific on worst case scenario, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this. If we go ahead and start Carson Wentz and he is terrible for 2 or 3 games, 4 or 5 games, however long we let him keep going for, it could get really ugly. It could get really ugly. If we are stuck, and I say stuck because if he's bad, we are going to be stuck with that contract. I know a lot of people do not want to give up on Carson. It's hard for me to say give up on Carson this early, but the risk on the other end of it is very great. The risk on the other end is very big. So, look, it could be a risk, it could be a reward. That could be the best and the worst case scenario, because maybe Carson goes out there and balls like he did in 2017. But there is that worst case scenario aspect that he could go out there and be terrible. And even worse, we could be giving up Jalen Hurts for the for the draft picks, for the capital, and then we just gave him up, and Carson might go out there, flop. Now we're in a terrible position. We're in a way worse position than we are right now, realistically. Maybe outside of like the cap situation, but we have to make a decision with him, and that goes back to the coaching, that goes back to competition, that goes back to holding players accountable. If we're gonna keep Carson on here, we have to be very, very willing and understanding of that risk. Okay, it's not if we keep him, then it's not the coach's fault. Because I know a lot of Eagles players want to keep him as well. So we can't just keep on blaming the coach if he comes out here and plays poorly again. All right. So that's another thing. But another worst case scenario is going to be the draft. Now, we all know that Howie Roseman does not want to give up drafting responsibility. He wants to be the king, whatever. He wants to be the head honcho. It is what it is. He wants to be the HNIC. It is what it is. So he's going to go out there, and at 6, I am so worried that we're going to take somebody that does not deserve to be at number 6, or that we don't need. If he takes a quarterback, I know we all joke about it, but it is very possible. It is very possible, especially if we do move on from Carson, or even if we move on from Jalen. He's the type that he would go ahead and draft a backup quarterback with the number 6 pick, and that scares me. That scares me about Howie Roseman, that he has no common sense, man. He has zero common sense. So that scares me. I think that's the worst case scenario, is that he totally botches this draft. But it all comes back to, we have to change. I think all the worst case scenarios all have to do with us staying stagnant. We can't, Malcolm Jenkins said it best, man. You can't keep doing the same thing, expecting, different results. I know he didn't come up with that quote, but he said it. That's why I said that. But we have to change it up, from coming from the front office all the way down to, the coaching staff, all the way down to the players. Everybody has to hold themselves accountable and change things, because last year did not work. So let me know what you guys think is the worst case scenario. I'll read some of these comments real quick, and then I'll get into the best case scenario. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. What could be the worst case scenario for the Eagles in this offseason? Shout out to everybody. Let me share. What's good, Ryan Rowe? I didn't see you come in here. How's it going? This quarterback situation is starting to get on my nerves. You are not alone. You are not alone. After these last couple of days, how do you feel about the coaching staff? I like it. I know a lot of people are, like, why are we hiring all these defensive back coaches? Why are we hiring all these, little specialist coaches? I'm with it. We have an offensive coordinator. We have a defensive coordinator. I'm cool with all these little side position, coaches. Like, bring in everybody. I am so down. Bring in anybody and everybody that can help this team develop. That's how I feel. Can't believe I lost 20. 20 what? $20? You bet somebody, bro. You can't be betting people, man. What's up, Dak Prescott? Shout out to Dak Prescott. Always in here, man. You want to be an Eagles fan, bro? You can. What's good, Rome? What's good? We have a very young coaching staff. How do you feel about that? I feel good about it. I feel like they're balanced. I feel like we're pretty balanced. And I feel like there's a lot of familiarity within the coaching staff. So I'm happy about it. I think that we'll be all right. I feel he's going to be okay. We just need the players to buy in. That's the big thing. That is the big thing. And, I don't know necessarily why they wouldn't. At this point, it's like, I feel like this guy's been saying the right things. He's going to give everybody a chance. And I think that's all you can ask for as a player. Interestingly enough, none of the players are really talking about how they feel about the coaching staff. True, I will say Kayvon Wallace just retweeted Joey Shake's tweet, which was pretty cool, talking about the new defensive backs coordinator, or the defensive back coach, Jay Valai. Yeah, Kayvon Wallace just like retweeted Joey Shake, so that's pretty cool. I know a few of them wanted Deuce. Yeah, and this is what I was nervous about, is that once we didn't hire Deuce, that people would start getting a little bit in a tizzy, and nobody's coming out right and saying anything, but I'm sure there are people that are upset. It's a risk I'm not willing to take, make him lose weight and make him take more beatings. I don't know if I want to do that. I feel you, man. I feel you. It's a big risk. Buy Joe a coffee. Link in the bio. Yes, sir. Link is in the bio. Where are we at? Howie will mess up the 6th pick. Benny Boom. Like I said, that's probably worst case scenario is he has way more power than we hoping for. Do you pull Rams and trade next year's first and this year's first and following's first for Watson? No, I don't think that we. First of all, if we do all that, we can't really build around Deshaun Watson. We need these draft picks right now because we don't have the money. You know what I'm saying? So I love Deshaun Watson. I think he's great, and I think he can be a great player. But I don't think people are being fair with Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson's coming off a couple injuries. Deshaun Watson is a risk in himself as well. He is a great player, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he would fix this team, How he's going to draft a punter. I would not be surprised, man. I would not be surprised. Worst case would be JP back on the if JP comes back, like I said, I'm cool with all these little extra coaches. So if he comes back as a coach, I'm with that. He could come back and teach these guys how to, technique and stuff like that. Worst case, we don't trade Wentz and he has another 2020 season and he has no trade value in 2022. Very true. Very true. That's something that I'm very worried about as well. We need defensive coaches, especially. Exactly. Bring them all in. Bring them all in. I heard that if we did not get or if I should say, if Aaron Moorhead didn't stay as our wide receiver coach, and now I can't prove this. I don't know how true this is, but I heard this. But what's it called? I heard that if we didn't keep Aaron Moorhead, we would have went with Chad Johnson as our wide receiver coach. Now I would still bring in Chad Johnson. I've said this a couple times. Bring him on in. Anybody that could teach these young kids something, bring him on in. I don't care if he's a high school coach, bro. These coaches do not go against our cap. We could take every coach we want. Our coaching staff is younger than our players. Deadass. Bro, our quarterback coach could probably go in there and play if we need him to, man. He was on the cover of NCAA, which NCAA looks like it's coming back. EA just tweeted that. They didn't say it's coming back, but they kind of cryptically said. The worst case, Jake Elliott might be able to come back this season. I think Jake Elliott will probably be back this season just because of his contract. They're going to probably want to give him at least a training camp to prove that he, doesn't suck. But they have to bring in some type of competition for him because, yeah, he did terrible last year. And then Jay Jaw, we'll see, I guess. We'll see what he could be. I don't think it really hurts us that much to keep him on the roster at this point and see what he has. But, yeah, hopefully if he sucks again, he got to go. So update, after it came to light some pretty damning allegations against Parsons, 15 teams have already taken him off the board completely. So honestly, I don't want him anywhere near this team. I read that. I don't know what all these allegations are. I don't know what's going on, but what I read was that it was a bunch of allegations that can't be proven true, but it's making them nervous. It is what it is. If he drops to the second, then take him. I still want Micah Parsons. I don't know what these rumors are. I know of one thing that happened when he was in Penn State that was like kind of a hazing thing, but I don't know. This happens whenever you get close to the draft, a whole bunch of random stories come out about people, unless it's proven true. And I'm not saying, like I said, I don't know what any of the rumors are. So, but we'll see. My guy Steady Grinder, what up? What up, Solo Bolo? What's good? I don't like young OCs and DCs. I like experience with young coaches below them to old school. We'll see. The NFL is changing. You know what I'm saying? There's some head coaches that are like around my age. With Sean McVay was what, like 35 when he got hired? So, it is what it is. The NFL is changing. Jay Jaw has potential. In this offense, I feel like he might have some type of potential. I'm not going to say he's going to be great, but I feel like he can fit into this offense more so than he did again in Doug Peterson's offense. But do you have the money if other teams agree to fully take on that contract? Not really. Not really. We still are really behind on our cap space. I mean, even if we were to trade Carson Wentz, it wouldn't like absolve his contract. There's no way of just like completely absolving, that cap hit without him coming to some type of agreement with the team. So even just trading him doesn't completely solve the situation. Yo, dog, I need that hat to go with the t-shirt I just made. Yeah, I got this like when I was like 19. So shout out to my ex bought this for me. So shout out to her. Maybe she stole it because she was a little bit, I don't know. Every team is out for the running for Watson, but Denver and San Fran. Yeah, I think if I had to put my money on anybody, I would probably say San Fran. I feel like they have the most to give up in the way of two starting defensive players. I think the picks are the picks, but worst case, we see Jamal. Oh my God, don't say that. Don't say that. Shout out to my guy, Philly Insider. Shout out to every Philly content creator, because as you guys probably saw on the community post, I did ask you guys who you guys want to pick the number 6 pick. I think we're going to either do it tonight or we might do it tomorrow. I'm kind of looking into it. But long story short, what we're going to do is we're going to take everybody's opinion, like from the community post. We're going to take the top vote getting opinion from there. From right now, it's Jamar Chase. And then we also have basically any Philly creator you can think of is going to come on. They're not going to come on. They sent me their pick, and they're going to let us know who they want to pick. So from all of these guys, from all of you guys, and then me and Brandon are going to basically play Howie Roseman, but we're going to listen to our scouts. You guys are our scouts. So it should be a lot of fun. We're either going to do it tonight or, like I said, maybe tomorrow. But that's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely be sure to go vote on the community post so your vote can be heard. You know what I mean? And if you leave like comments on the community post, leave something funny or something. Maybe, I'll read it on the show. We're going to do it all live. So it'll be a lot of fun. All right. Where was I? Sorry. JP would totally re-enter the draft to stay on the team. So when we picking him, I mean, he's a strong 7th round flyer, right? We could get JP with a 7th round pick. Chad would be, yeah, I would love to see that. I feel like, listen, if Chad Johnson can teach one iota of his route running and his footwork, man, he might turn our guys into all pros. Trade JJ for a 5th or below. If we could get it, I wouldn't be mad at that. Draft a prospect with a lot of potential, piece and cheater. Really like what I've seen from him. I heard that he used to play like tight end in college. I could be wrong about that, though. I heard he's very athletic. I would hire a tight TL for a wide receiver coach. I mean, we see that a lot of these, coaches that come from positions when they go to, positional groups, a la Jason Avant, a la D'Amico Ryans, you see that it kind of works for some of these people. So I would not be mad. It is different to be a teacher than it is to be a player, obviously, but it's something I feel like you can learn. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. We got 30 people in here. Please do hit that like, hit that subscribe if you are new. Trying to hit 1,300 by the end of the month. We're already halfway there, more than halfway there. So maybe I should say 14. Maybe I should just make it crazy. But it's interesting to see the Eagles change philosophy on coaching. Doug came in with head coaches as coordinator, and Sirianni seems to be the most senior member of the coaching staff. Yeah, we don't necessarily have, like you said, the guys that were necessarily head coaches before, like a Jim Schwartz. But if you look at like his quarterback coach, his offensive coordinator, a couple of his different coordinator coaches, especially on offense, they've worked with a lot of different positions. Even on defense, their defensive secondary coach was the passing game coordinator for the Jets. So, I'm not saying bring him on for our passing game. Obviously, I don't want to be the Jets, but it just shows you these guys have worked with a lot of people. So necessarily, I understand not necessarily being the head coach is a little bit different, but these guys have experience. I will say that these guys have experience. The cost of Wentz's contract via trade is over exaggerated. If we trade him, his cap hit goes down. We already paid a lot of his contract. and we can pay some of it without being hurt too much. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's over exaggerated. I think it's still around like $15 million. He would still be, or something like that. Might even be more. So I mean, it's not as much as like $60 million, but it's still there. You know what I'm saying? It's still definitely there. I still want to keep Wentz though, but he is more tradable than people think. End of the day, it's a business, and Larry wants a return on the investment he made in Wentz. That's the truth, man. That is the truth. I feel there are only two ways to go in the draft at 6. If you're going offense, and it's obvious, that's Pitts. If you're going D, it's Surtain. I don't know. See, I would probably be. It depends. It depends on who's on the board at that time. You know, the more and more I look at Pitts, and the more people try to convince me about Pitts. I like Pitts. Don't get me wrong. I got to see him run. I got to see his 40. I know it's a kind of overrated stat, but I need to see his 40. I would trade Graham and Barnett. Unfortunately, Graham is too slow, and Barnett has not lived up to the hype. Yeah, I would trade Graham. I would definitely look into getting rid of Barnett if you can't, like, maybe make his. If you make his, I would maybe give him like a 2-3 year extension if he can come around like $7 million. But if he wants to stay at that $10 million, yeah, I would definitely trade him. It's just too much. He's not worth it. And Brandon Graham is getting paid a poop ton. He's getting paid like $18 million. So yeah, I think it's time for him to either take a huge pay cut or it might be time to move on. Has there ever been a more catered to sports athlete than Wentz? LeBron James. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't want to say he's being catered to, but we are definitely doing a lot to try and make this situation better for him, or more of a, advantageous one for him to come back. Maybe they know, maybe they already talked in the back and they all know what's going on, and they're just like, hey, don't say nothing. Because look at how we really jumped on Nick Sirianni after one press conference. Like, the man stutters for 5 minutes, and all of Philadelphia's, saying he's going to be a terrible head coach. So maybe people are just telling Carson not to talk. Because, like, realistically, what can he say? Because I say it all the time that I want to just hear him say something. But, like, I couldn't tell you what he should say. Like, I don't know what he should say. I don't know what he should come on. Should he do a video? Should he just do a tweet? It's like, and it's kind of his fault, too. You waited so long. You could have just nipped this in the butt week 17, like, I'm coming back strong, But maybe he didn't know. Maybe he still doesn't know. I don't know. If they trade Hurts because of Wentz pouting, I'm done as a fan, bro. I mean, it is what it is. Xavier Rhodes to the Eagles. I would not be mad at that. There's a couple Colts players I would not be mad at, man. These young players should relate to the young coaching staff. That's what I'm hoping. Hopefully it's a relate and not feeling like they could walk all over them. You know what I mean? If we do decent this year, we have so much cap space. Exactly. That's the thing. That's very true. That is very true. Did the Eagles do something to piss the media off? I've not seen them go hard such a long time. I feel like we've always been pretty bad. I don't say we as I'm part of the media, but the media has always been kind of bad. But yeah, this year I think it's a little bit extra just because they're not out there and everything. You know what I'm saying? What's good, by Sheer? How you been, bro? I haven't seen you in a minute. I like Pitts a lot, and he would help our offense. I wouldn't be mad if we take him, but he's not my first choice. I like Pitts. Like I said, I'm doing more research as we go, but we'll see. Why trade Wentz when you bring in Sirianni and Brian Johnson? Because you have to decide where you are. I'm not saying to do it. I'm not saying not to do it. But you have to make a decision on what the trajectory of this franchise is. Because if all this is caused by Carson Wentz being upset that he got benched for Jalen Hurts and that Jalen Hurts might take his job, then you probably need to get rid of Jalen Hurts if Carson Wentz is going to be your quarterback moving forward. But at the same time, if this was all caused by Carson Wentz being upset about that, I think you probably need to get rid of Wentz, because that's a sign of weakness to me. But as a franchise, you have to look at the risk reward. So the risk, like we said, or like I said in the first 10 minutes of this, the risk with Wentz is you could keep him, he can do terribly, and then boom, you have no trade value next year, and you're stuck with that contract. So it's a risk reward. Reward is he comes back and he plays well. That's and another risk is you trade him and he does well somewhere else. It's the NFL. There's risk and rewards to everything. Kyle Pitts runs a 4.445. He will jump on boards. I've never, if he runs that, because I saw somewhere on someone else's channel, I think it was Notions last night, he was saying that he ran like a 4.4. If he ran a 4.4, all right, we're gonna really talk about this, but I'd never heard that he ran a 4.4. I heard he was a little bit above 4.5, like closer to the 4.6. So if that's where he is, to me, you're just a little bit of a faster tight end that can run routes. But if you're a 4.4, bro, okay, we could put you on the outside. It's time to get some new pass rushers. We definitely do need some pass rushers. I feel like that we're deep at pass rusher right now, though. Everybody that's asking for a wrench, I will start giving out wrenches again. I just literally took all the wrenches away. So just give me a little bit. I'll give them back. I promise. Soon enough. It just kind of got a little bit out of hand. I know people don't want to hear this, but maybe we move Brooks. It's a possibility. Brooks is a great player. Brooks, I feel like every time he gets hurt, he comes back better, which is weird. But if he gets hurt again, how many more injuries does he have? How many more years does he have, even if he stays healthy? There's a lot of questions with that as well. Do we have somebody that can take over for him? Obviously not at the same level, but possibly. This is going to be a tough offseason because you're going to have to make a lot of tough decisions. Yeah, I think his agency wants him to keep quiet, fit the time. Yeah, I think that's most likely at this point what it is, because it's like, what can you really say? You can't say anything. Nothing he says is going to fix what happened. Like, everybody's just going to either be mad. Like, I posted that video of him congratulating, what's his name, Rodney McLeod on the Walter Payton Award or nomination, and you guys ripped him. Like, I'm not saying you guys in particular, but the people ripped him. People were saying he's being fake. Oh, he's reading a teleprompter. I saw it all. I was like, damn. I thought y'all was going to be happy that he talked, like, it's pretty obvious Carson didn't like Peterson, no tweet or message thanking him for his time. He didn't even welcome the new coach. So it's like, I don't know what he doesn't like. Maybe he doesn't like Howie. And if that's the case, then just get rid of him because Howie ain't going nowhere, obviously. If we go defense, I think we should be looking at Bobby Taylor and Dawkins prototype players. Keep Sidewell as linebacker. Get a finesse pass rusher. Who's Sidwell? I'm trying to think of who are Singleton. You're talking about maybe? Yeah, shout out to Singleton, man. He's off the field. He's a GOAT. He has a sister that is autistic, and he does a lot of work for autism and awareness, and it's awesome. He's a good dude. He's a really good dude. But no, I agree. We need to get this defense right, man. Pitt is not the number 6 first round pick. He's middle of the pack, 10 to 15. We'll see. Damn, I just lost where I was. Here we go. Best case, Turner old versions in for first and second round picks. Yeah, that would be nice. Imagine we get a first round pick out of Carson. I would be so happy. If that's what like I said, I'm not saying that we need to get rid of him, but if we can get the maximum value out of whoever we let go of, I guess I'll say it that way. First time we have a top 10 pick without trading up in almost 10 years. Yeah, we got to make it count, man. We got to make it count. Pitts does not look like a tight end, lean frame. He needs to be better blocking if he's going to be a pure tight end. That's why it's really weird for me. Like, I don't know. It's really weird because it's like you look at it like this. He can either be a really, I don't know. I don't think he's really great at either position. Like, I don't feel like he's the greatest wide receiver or the greatest tight end. I think it's mostly that you can just do whatever you want with him. Like, that's the thought, at least. You can move him anywhere. Yeah, but bro, if Wentz is as good as he says he is, he should be able to beat Hurts hands down. If you're Wentz, you are a number 2 pick. You should not be scared of a guy that lost his job twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, you should be able to come in here and, like, Let's get it. All right, we got a little bit of competition. This should be fun for you, if anything. One thing I like about his new coach, and I watched him over there with the Colts, they do maximize. Yeah, they do maximize their strengths, and that's why I said we might see some resurgences from some of these guys that we thought were busts. So should be interesting. Jalen Hurts is going to prove people. One of them is going to prove everybody wrong, or they're going to prove everybody right, and we're going to have we're going to have a terrible year. Oh yeah, that dude on Notion Stream was definitely chipping. He runs a 4.4. I might take him, like you said. 40 time isn't everything, but it is important. It tells me who he is. Yeah, it tells me what he can be. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it tells me who he is, but it tells me what he can be and where we can line him up. So if he messes around and does a crazy 40 time, yeah, we can definitely talk to him. What's good, Steven? What's good? Best case scenario, we need to trade up and go after Jamar Chase. We are not. Don't trade up if you're going for Jamar Chase. Just to that 6. He'll be there. He'll be there. D-line is going to be nasty once we start blitzing more. Hopefully that helps everything. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we become more of a balanced team. If we have most of this defensive line too, a lot of them might be leaving pretty soon. A lot of beat writers are saying they have sources that Wentz still doesn't want to be a Philly. All these warriors need to get off Wentz. He was the worst QB in the NFL last year. He was. He definitely was. I thought Parsons was more of a pass rusher than traditional linebacker. He can do it all. I feel a lot of people are kitty cornering him into one thing. That man can do it all. I don't know where the hate is coming from. I'm not saying you're hating, but a lot of people are just talking mad junk, bro. I like her big too. I do. Brooks doesn't have anything else left to injure in his body. He'll play the whole season. Love Brandon Brooks, though. Yeah, facts. That man, it's crazy, though, because I don't know how he'll tear his, ACL or tear his Achilles and then come back and be an all-pro the next year. It's crazy. Are we cutting Kelsey or is he going to retire? If we cut Kelsey, so this is the only thing that kind of sucks with that situation. If Kelsey retires, because he still has time on his contract, it'll be dead money for us. So kind of like the Saints, with Drew Brees. So hopefully, if he does retire, he figures out his contract so that we don't owe him, because this would be the worst year for us to owe him money. But I don't think he's gonna leave. If I had to pick one of the two, I would say retire. I think that Philadelphia would go insane if we cut Kelsey, because Kelsey had a rough year last year. Don't get me wrong. But he was still the only offensive lineman on that line that's, stood the whole year. So I think you got to, hey, let him rock as long as he wants, man. Her big good needs to be more athletic, but before I start him full time, needs to get on Brooks' workout program so he can be a better puller in the run game. I agree. I think this is a good year, especially with them, being with them getting into their older years. This will be a good year for people like Lane Johnson, Brandon Brooks to kind of pick somebody, even Jason Kelsey to kind of pick somebody and be like, all right, come on, kid, you're gonna be my protege. You're gonna be what I give back to Philly when I leave. What do you think about Chad Surratt? We're talking about the linebacker. I like him. Doesn't he have a brother that plays wide receiver or a cousin that plays wide receiver, something like that? Or is he the wide receiver? Because there's I know there's a wide receiver and a linebacker that they're brothers. But I haven't looked too much into the wide receiver, but the linebacker I like. Singleton is awesome in the community and just always smiling. Love that guy. Yeah, facts. He's a mad cool dude. I'm trying to get him to respond to one of my DMs. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there like a high school ex. How you been, bro? What's up, man? Try and get him on the show. Evil Eagle, that ain't got no source. Can we get some heavy hitters in the secondary? I would love it. I would love it. But I feel like you can get them, lower in the draft. I feel like we should go defense the first 2 picks. That's really where I am right now. Jamar Chase, Eric Stokes, Nick Bolton, Quincy Roche. I would love that. Me and Philly Insider Podcast was talking about taking Roche in the 3rd. So shoot, if he was in the 5th round, I would take him. The guy that filled in for Gary, not sure what his name was. It's Singletary. Yeah, Singletary. He did well. And that boy got popped. I think he's a free agent this year. He's 29, but He definitely should be coming back. Whatever the Eagles receiver the Eagles draft Trayvon Diggs or Caleb Farley will lock him up. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Y'all defense is gonna be trash. And y'all gonna mess around and pick up Pat Fryermuth or something like that with the number 10 pick. Pitts is just a dude who mosses people in double coverage. Kind of, but I think he's good, man. His route running is really good. He reminds me a lot of Alshon Jeffrey. That's why I kind of say like kind of with he just mosses people in double coverage because I mean that's what Alshon was good at in his prime. But this guy, when you press him, just you might as well not even be covering him because he's gonna get open. And then like I said, his route running, his at point of the catch, even when it's 1-on-1. He's just very aggressive, uses his body very well, has pretty quick feet. And then just like he's 6'6", 230, and if he can run around a 4.4, 4.5, man, you can't teach that. You really can't teach that. Too bad Farley can't stay on the field. Can't wait to see Chase torch Trayvon Diggs. I can't wait to see whoever we pick, man, just so all this is over. You know what I'm saying? I just want this to be over with. I just want it to be over with. Brandon Brooks need every practice workout if he can. Yeah, that says. I feel Wentz just doesn't trust the organization. He will complete. He just doesn't trust Howie. Maybe, and if that's the case, then he needs to get out of here. You need to and I'm not saying that that's a wrong. He's wrong for that. I feel him. Like I don't trust Howie either. I don't trust this organization. But if I was a player and I really felt some type of way, I'm not going to go out there and just, wing it. Just be like, whatever, I don't want to be here. Like, tell us, let us know you don't want to be here, and we'll figure it out. We'll move on from there and see what the hell we need to do, bro. Like I've said this a million times, man. This whole offseason is up to Carson how it goes. Carson can choose to be on this team. Carson can choose to not be on this team. He just needs to make a damn decision. We need Quincy Roche as defensive end with Josh Sweat. I would love that. Oh, so shout out to Kev, who's in here. He just sent me a little, So Kyle Pitts was rated. All right, so the highest graded pass catches versus press coverage. What I just said, right? Don't cover this guy. Devontae Smith was 94. That was his rating. And then Kyle Pitts was 97. 97. So, like I said, this man against press coverage is no joke. I didn't even know that. I just knew that from looking at it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the numbers, but shout out to Kev. I appreciate that. Making me look good. You know what I'm saying? We will become a balanced. We will become a much balanced team because we don't have a DC who's going to be playing cautious all the time. Very true. There's going to be more than just one scheme. Parsons said he wants to be a Cowboy boy, a whole Dallas fan from Harrisburg. Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that, but I don't care who he likes. That man is a different. Okay, Sage Surratt. Sage is the wide receiver, right? And then Chaz is the linebacker. That always messes me up. Kelsey is the heart of this team. Definitely, especially on that offensive line, bro. Yeah, so what I was thinking was Sage Surratt is the wide receiver, and then Chaz is the linebacker. I knew that they were like brothers. I believe they're brothers. I know that really doesn't matter at all, but I do like Chaz. I was just a random ask because I seen a report saying that. I saw that too. It wasn't really something that it wasn't a source I trusted. I'll put it like that because I saw it on like heavy.com. I don't really trust them. Once you hear from one of these guys, if you got a blue check next to your name, I'll look into it. But heavy.com, I don't really trust what they be saying, to be honest. What you think about from Syracuse? I haven't looked into him. I have to do a way better job of looking into these draft prospects. I'm probably gonna sit down with Philly Insider Podcast. I'm gonna probably drag him back on here because he knows a lot about these draft prospects, and he's been teaching me a little bit of stuff. So I might get him on here and we might bust it down and like really talk it out. But I don't want to give you guys answers. I know a little bit about these guys, but not enough that I can give you a really good in-depth telling of what these guys are. Like I said, I'll probably get somebody on here that's a little bit better than me. I had a dream last night that it was draft night, but I woke up before the birds were on the clock. The stress is real right now. I don't know if you guys saw the Bengal gym collaboration that we did last night, but when I tell you, so he told us, before the show, he was like, because we asked him, because obviously we have to get all these Eagle content creators to send us their video. Hold on, I'm sorry. So he told me, he was like, we were like, who are you thinking of picking? We're just thinking he's going to pick the offensive lineman. He's like, I'm between Jamar Chase and this guy. And I'm like, damn, really? Like, he talked about stress. I was stressed that whole time. I didn't know who he was going to pick until he picked him, to be honest. We coming for the division crown next year. You can come all you want, bro. You can come on down. You'll see us sitting at the pizza at the table, eating our pizza, having a pizza party with the division championship. That's how we do. I feel we go Surtain at 6, Bateman at. I like Tony. I like Kadarius Toney a lot. Chaz Surratt at 3. I would take Surratt. I think there's a lot of. Every time I do these mock drafts, obviously they're never always right, but every time I see a mock draft, I always see a good abundance of linebackers drop to the 3rd. Not like great. They're obviously not Micah Parsons, but they're really good. Still need a power back to complement Miles Harris at 6. No. You try if you want to. No, I was gonna say if you want to fall back and do it, but no, don't even do that. Don't even do that. Just get something we really need. You don't back up. You don't draft backups with your second round. I mean, with your number 1 pick, unless you're the Cowboys. Obviously, they pick you. You draft the number 3 wide receiver, which is a first round pick. Apparently, you're not even gonna be on the team no more. Facts. Hey, yo, Dak, what's going on, bro? What's going on, Dak? You getting paid? Yeah. When is that ink drying, bro? Because I'm starting to feel bad for you, man. Stop with the Kyle Pitts talk. Why is there a Dak Prescott at the Eagles line? I don't know, bro, but hey, he's welcome. That's the homie. Yeah, Philly 500 loves Kyle Pitts, bro. Me and him was talking about it earlier today, or last night, I should say. Last night we were talking about it. He really likes Kyle Pitts. I mean, I'm not against it. I wouldn't be mad if he got picked. Don't get me wrong, but people say we retooling. No, we are in a full on rebuild mode. Be ready for some crazy ass vet cuts. Plus, we not going to rebuild with an overpaid 28-year-old quarterback. That's the thing. If we are rebuilding, you can't do it with a $30 million quarterback, man. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. You look at the Lions. We don't want to be the Lions. We don't want to be those guys. So we have to be smart. You see the hit that the Rams took to get rid of Jared Goff. We're not in the position that the Rams are right now, so it is what it is, man. Bengal Jim was awesome. Y'all go check the video. Yeah, he was mad funny, man, and he does a lot. Like I mean, I've never been obviously to a Bengals game, but he goes crazy. Like his stories were crazy. What he's done for that team is cool. So, bro, seriously, think about it. Slay and Surtain, good luck throwing on us. It's over. Big facts. All right, so now I'm gonna get to, I meant to do it like after like 10 minutes, but you guys just suck me into the comments. Pause. Like y'all get me on these comments so much. But now I'm gonna say what I think is the best case scenario. This is what I want to happen. Okay. And I'm gonna be realistic. I'm not gonna say, oh, we're gonna pick Micah Parsons, because I know that's probably not gonna happen, man. It is what it is. Okay, so Jimmy Kempsey said that he doesn't expect Jason Kelce to be back with the team. Kelsey's mulling retirement. See, but we would only save a couple mil. Hold on, I gotta see how much we would save. I'm sorry, guys. I want to be able to tell you. So apparently Jimmy Kempski saying that he thinks that Jason Kelsey's not going to come back. I just want to see what would happen if we were to cut him real quick. So his cap hit is $8 million. Base is $5 million. So we would only really be saving like $3 million. If that, I think. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that more. Hopefully, yeah, I think it's only like $3 million. So I don't really want to cut him. I mean, $3 million is nice, but just stay, Kelsey, just stay. All right, I'm sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so so my best case scenario would be, well, now add Jason Kelsey coming back. That would definitely be part of it. But at that 6th pick, I'm not going to say a certain person we pick or anything like that. I just want the best player available, okay? I don't want Howie going crazy. I don't want Howie to try and reach on somebody like, Rousseau because he likes the skill set, because he thinks that he can be a great player. I want him to take the obvious pick. If that's Jamar Chase, you take Jamar Chase. If that happens to be Micah Parsons, you take Micah Parsons. Whoever it is, you take the best pick, all right? From there on, best case scenario, again, we're still going best case scenario. We find a trade partner early, okay? And by early, I mean before the draft. Because with Carson Wentz, there is like a 3-day window where it's not, where it's not as bad if you trade him or cut him as far as the cap hit goes. But we need to find a trade partner early. So if Carson is going to be our quarterback moving forward, go start looking for trade partners for Jalen Hurts. Go start looking for trade partners for all these older guys that are not going to be on the team anyways. If it's going to be a retool, you retool. But if it's going to be a rebuild, you rebuild. But those decisions have to be made early. We took too long waiting for coaches. And, it is what it is. We took our time. Cool. We got them now. Now it is time to hit the ground running, okay? Best case scenario is over the next couple of weeks, you start hearing real rumors. You start hearing things like, Zach Ertz talking to this team, this is what his value may be. It is time to really get our foot on the gas. We waited, we're kicking our feet, you know what I'm saying? But now it is time to really get it going, really time to really step it up. We have to get value out of everyone. That is best case scenario. Best case scenario, you don't hear them cutting anyone. If Jason Kelsey unfortunately wants to retire, then that's what, it is what it is. But hopefully he stays. But as far as like Malik Jackson, I don't want to see him cut. I want a 6-rounder for him. As far as, anybody, I don't care how bad or how good you might think they are. Everybody should have a value, even if it's a 7th round pick. I want value out of everyone. And honestly, the only 2 people that kind of don't fall under this are probably going to be, and I'm going to be 100% honest, is Alshon and Djax, because I think Djax is just going to retire. And I think that the way that they did Alshon's contract, he's just going to get cut because it saves them the most money. So between them, we're saving like $20 million, which is beautiful. So don't add them to this equation, but everybody else has to go out there and get us value. It has to be value. No cutting, none of that. We have to be smart. We have to play this business out right. Ertz is not getting released. If Ertz gets released, we're idiots. He's got two more years. He'll get picked up very, very quick. I would see us getting like a 5th or a 6th or something that we all think is dumb before he gets cut. Or he just comes back, because that makes no sense. That makes no sense. That would tell me that this bond is like very broken, and there's way more to worry about. All right, where are we at? My bad, y'all. So that would be my best case scenario, though, for real. Like he does the smart. I think that's an easy one. He does the smart thing at the draft, and we hit the ground running right now. Right now, I want Howie on the phone right now. You know what I'm saying? I want Nick Sirianni making decisions on these quarterbacks right now. I want him calling them, talking to them. How do you feel? What do you want? Do you want to be here? I need to know these things now. If I'm, the front office, obviously they're not going to call me and tell me, but if they do, I'll let y'all know as soon as I know. He says, I'm chill. Don't worry. Yeah, Dak, you good. You good with me, homie. You good with me. Pitts is just a mismatch. Can use him all over the place. Exactly. Kyle Pitts can be a wide receiver. We still have, Hakeem Butler. I mean, we'll see what he becomes if we even use him. We still have a couple. I mean, we have the option on Richard Rodgers coming back, Josh Perkins coming back, Jason Kroon possibly coming back, and then obviously you got Goddard, Hakeem Butler. So, and then we have Tyler Jackson. Is that his name? Tyree Jackson, the former quarterback that they're trying to make into a tight end. So if we get Pitts, it won't be to be a tight end. I agree. Like if we was in spot 15, I mean, but if Pitts, like I said, it's all about Pitts's 40. If he can run anything above 4.5, bro, I am looking hard at him as a wide receiver. You can't teach 6'6", man. You cannot teach 6'6". Penny Sewell. Look, if he's the best player there, then you take him. But I don't see many scenarios, unless like no quarterbacks go in the first couple picks, that Penny Sewell is the best player available when we pick. I don't think he'll be available when we pick. I really do think the Bengals are going to pick him. You better sign that extension first before you talk draft. Your boy Parsons getting a lot of scouts saying, that's good. I hope they all hate on him so he could prove them all wrong. And then the Eagles could get him in the second round. I would love it. I hope they all hate on him. What would be the ultimate kicker is if you... Bruh. That's what I'm saying. That's what I just said. If we take someone like Rousseau because he likes his skill set, he thinks he could be really good, I would be so pissed. And I do think Rousseau could be really good in the right system. I've seen him as high as 10 going to the, or not as high as 10, as high as the Broncos, who I think are at 9. So I've seen him as high as that on draft boards. But no, we don't need a defensive lineman that bad. We need somebody that's going to change either this offense or this defense completely. That's the confidence right there. You say he getting that bag. I like that. Get that bag, homie. Dak is trash. He probably won't even play for the Cowboys next season. I'd take Wentz or Hurts over Dak any day. No comment. Jalen Hurts to the Bears for Allen Robinson straight up because I think Allen Robinson is a free agent. I could be wrong. He might be restricted, but I'm pretty sure he's a free agent. If not, I don't think we could afford him if we just gave up Jalen Hurts. And I don't think the Bears trust us with quarterbacks anymore. I would like Allen Robinson, though, but I think he's a free agent. But I would like Allen Robinson. I like him a lot. Honestly, if Carson wants to be on our team, he wants to win here, then he needs to restructure his contract. I agree that he should probably come and talk to Howie and figure something out. And usually when these restructurings happen, you just either get money up front or you just, you're not usually losing money. So he doesn't lose much by doing it. So I agree. He definitely should. Oh, where'd my thing go? There we go. Gate City said Slay could be traded. He did say that. He said that there was money to be saved if we traded him, which is true. I don't think that's something we would do just because we literally just got him. I understand we might be rebuilding, but we just got this guy. And it's not like we're going to get, a second or a first out of him. So we'd at best get what we gave for him. So for me, it just doesn't make sense. Parsons not looking good with scouts. He's supposedly getting teams looking to pass. Good. Go ahead. Pass up on him. That would be stupid if we trade Slay. It just doesn't make sense. Dude has criminal history, wasn't found. I didn't see that, but okay. You can fire a lot of cap problems if Howie just does a lot of contract. Yeah, you could fix a lot of cap problems Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna have to do a couple restructures. Like Brandon Graham, somebody that I could see take a big contract cut. If Brandon Brooks didn't already, I'm sure he's somebody that will get talked to. Lane Johnson, maybe Carson. Listen, if Carson does want to stay here, I think he should take some type of contract renegotiation just so we can get some players in here. I think it helps him. So, what would your reaction be if Carson goes to Miami for 2 of their first and second rounds this year? Next, take him. I don't even need to. Just give us your picks. To be honest, I don't even need to. I don't even need to keep it a stack. Yeah, we're not going to cut Ertz. Like I said, we'll get some type of value out of him. There's plenty of suitors for Ertz, like you said, Joe. We have to get value. I don't care if it's not much value. You have to get something. Someone give at least a few day 3 picks for Ertz. Exactly. And like I said, if it becomes a thing that you're not getting what you exactly want, it is what it is, man. We are in the best. I don't think we're in the best position right now to be, bargaining. Unfortunately, people know we have to get rid of people, so that's going to hurt our bargaining stance. But at the end of the day, you still got to get it. What if the best player available is Trevor Lawrence? Then you get him, to be honest. I mean, and you figure it out later. Trevor Lawrence is not going to be there at 6, but if every other team passes up on him, I would question why. You know what I'm saying? And then you would have to look into the why and why it actually happened, and then maybe that changes your mind. But if it's just they passed up on him and they're idiots, I mean, Trevor Lawrence he could be the next great thing, at quarterback. So if he's there, you take him. It is what it is. Then all of our quarterbacks can go and we'll move forward with Trevor Lawrence. Real talk. Yeah, A-Rob is a free agent. That's what I thought. Howie is great with restructures, love to finesse the rules. Converting money into and just dummy years. Yeah, we still see it though, bro. Yeah, I've read it. It said that there's allegations after they did a background check. There has not been no criminal record found or anything. So I don't know where you got that from. And that's not even I don't even know what source that is, to be honest. I don't even be on my Instagram, to be honest with y'all. Unless I message you, it's probably not me on the Instagram. So I'll probably start getting back on it though. I don't really be on it like that. Allen Robinson can make the Eagles a lot better and improve this season if Carson Wentz played with Nick Sirianni works. So people are going to be mad because if we're in a rebound, most of the names we love will be leaving. Just pay attention to those names when it starts. That's the thing. Yeah. And it sucks because, I'm 30. I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm 30. This is probably my second major, roster change. And I'm counting major, as in when, McNabb, Dawkins, all those people started leaving. That's this is probably my second time that I'm getting a lot of big names like Ertz and Cox that might be going. All these people are on the end of their career, so it's it sucks. In your personal opinion, do you think the Eagles are in a rebuild or reaches to? I think we're rebuilding. I personally think we're rebuilding. I think we're just too old on defense, and on offense we don't have weapons. So it's you have to, the best way to do it is if we had money, we could, retool our offense in the free agency because we do have talent and they're young, and then you just rebuild that defense through the draft. But we don't really have money, so we kind of have to hope to do a little bit of both. Shout out to everybody that is in the chat, man. We are at 50. Please do hit that like, hit that subscribe, show some love to your boy. I think the whole Carson trade comes down to is anyone desperate enough, because it's a big chance whether someone trades for him or we keep him at all. Yeah, it's all about Wentz. If maybe he just doesn't want to leave. Maybe he really just wants to leave Philly, and once he leaves Philly, it'll be a lot better for him. Maybe he is just not the same quarterback. I think he knows that, and I think we know that. So we'll see. We'll see. It'll be very interesting. I could never be in a Cowboys chat. I'd probably be kicked in 2 minutes. That's all I have to say. I'm going to leave it alone now. I won't mention it again. Don't worry about the Eagles. You worry about that Dallas defense. Hey, man, shout out to Dak Prescott, because he comes into enemy territory, and he's here a couple times, man. And I respect that. I'm not a big Parsons guy, but you have to start wondering how much of it is true. None of it is true. All right? None of it. First, it was just an attitude problem from former coaches. I think Sirianni could put him in place. He's fine, bro. People are just – this always happens. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be 100% wrong, and he could be hiding a murder case. But look, man, I've been watching Penn State for most of my adulthood life, you know what I mean, for a long time. And I did not hear anything. Like I said, I heard one thing about – what's it called? About Parsons. That's it. What'd you say? I didn't even see any of your comments. I don't know. I'd be missing all the comments. I'm not trying to skip over your comments. Or maybe somebody muted you. I don't know. I don't know anymore. If we was to trade Hurts and Alshon to the Bears for Allen Robinson, then I'll be cool with getting Kyle Pitts at 6. We wouldn't be able to do that. First of all, like Alshon's contract is like basically not even there. Like his contract is basically just so we can cut him. Like there's no contract there, so you're not saving any money by doing that. And then Allen Robinson is a free agent, and Hurts. No, it just doesn't. You could probably get more than just a $17 million wide receiver for Hurts. To be honest, I'd rather take the picks. I think the whole Carson trade comes down to, yeah, I already read that. Who says Trevor Lawrence can survive in Philly? Who says anybody can? I could never be in a guy. I already read that. Not my 6th pick, but I wouldn't be upset depending on who is in the board. If we trade back, I could see it. Funny how we let Dawkins go so fast, but we hang up dead ass, bro. Maybe that's why, though. You know, we've gotten scorned by just giving up people pretty quickly. So, and we let Malcolm Jenkins walk, and we could have drafted Jeremy Chin as our play. Yeah, I mean, we made some dumb decisions these past couple of years, especially. Yep, cut all the dead weight. Yes, sir. We got 44 people in here. Can we get to let's get to 30 likes. I would like 30 likes. 30 likes is cool with me. I think that's fair. He says you must want Wentz to stay. Keep skipping over my bashing of him. If he weren't so butthurt and in his feelings, he'd be somewhat decent. Hurts is a warrior, not a Wendy's Frosty. Wendy's Frosties are fire, bro. I don't know why he's hating on the Wendy's Frosties. We good. Our scheme was horrible. We coming back to 4-3 defense next year, and we played well under and draft some good players. We win in the division next year. I hope so, man. I hope so. Oh, you're Dak Prescott. I'm thinking you're Eagles. See, you got me, man. I do not hope so. Y'all ain't winning. Y'all ain't winning. I don't curse, but y'all ain't winning. Shout out to Kevin. What's good? Welcome back. If Eagles take Chase, get Parsons, I'm going to be happy as but how we won't, I doubt it. Yeah, he will be expensive. I mean, we could do it. We could figure something out. I've said this before. If we do the right things, if Howie's smart, and I think he can get us under the cap. I mean, he has to, but I think he can get us respectively under the cap that we can sign somebody or maybe a couple, lower tier free agents. So we'll see. We will see. I've been hearing a lot that the 49ers want a QB bad. They are done with Jimmy G. I think we trade Wentz Yeah, I'm thinking Wentz, either Colts, Broncos, or 49ers. Those are the 3 teams. But I feel like the 49ers can get basically whoever they want. Kind of the same thing with Broncos. And I've heard that the Broncos don't necessarily want to give up on Drew Lock just yet. So I don't see them trading for a 28-year-old that's going to demand the starting spot. So I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I think Colts and 49ers are hot teams, hot names. Colts are probably still the lead. Plus, y'all letting Dak go because Jerry won't pay him because Dak agreed to deal and changed his mind after y'all started 3-0. Big facts, though. He should have probably just took that money. You think DB gets cut for 10 mil? I let him go. Yeah, I mean, listen, $10 million is a lot of money, and it's a straight up $10 million. It's not like one of those situations where you only get like 5 mil back if you cut. No, you get all that money back. I've said before I would not be against the idea of re-signing him like on a shorter term contract, like a 2-3 year contract, just to kind of move this year's money, and you can kind of save money on this year. But $10 million, I'm not doing it. $10 million, I'm definitely not doing it. He's got potential still, but not at $10 million. This Dak punk is getting on my last name. That's my guy, man. That's my guy. Watch this will be the last year Howie ever. It would be funny. It would be. I wouldn't be mad though. I would love it. There's no crying in football. Look over your shoulder. Yeah, you gotta keep going forward, man. You gotta just keep fighting. Essentially, Wentz wants to be there unless Hurts is gone. That's his biggest reason to leave. Otherwise, yeah, I agree. Everyone is falling for the media trap. Bashing Carson is kind of annoying. Any media person can say anything, and everyone believes it. I think at this point, I don't think I've bashed Carson at all, but I understand what you're saying. But I think at this point, it's more of him not saying anything. That's what's killing me, man. That's really what's killing me. Colts owner said that Andrew Luck is welcome back at any time. And Luck knows that. Can you imagine how awesome that would be? I don't see it happening, but I would love Luck. Andrew Luck going back to the Colts, that would be kind of crazy. Clinton, you're a client. Here we go. I mean, it takes one look to realize how bad Wentz mobility was this year. If he loses some weight, he's going to return to 2019 form, and then with his team and coach, he will look way better. Yeah, I've said this before. I feel like Carson Wentz has to work on himself, get it right, and then he'll be good, man. We got 50 people in the chat. Can we please get those likes up? Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe if you are new. I appreciate it. I'm trying to hit 1,300 by the end of the month. And we're at 1,250, so I believe in us. We passed on DK Metcalf and Claypool, 2 monster receivers. If Smith is gone, we shouldn't pass on Pitts. We need a big target that's also able to stretch the field. 17.7 yards per catch. Yeah, I mean, he's a good player, man. He's a really good player. What's good, Lindy? Shout out to Lindy in the building. Lindy says, until I hear all the rumors come out of Wentz's mouth, it's all hearsay to me. I mean, that's fine, man. For me, we can all make up whatever we want to be the truth, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we see what's going on. We've seen a lot of people make up rumors about a lot of quarterbacks, and a lot of quarterbacks come out and say that they're not true or that they are true. You know, he's had enough time at this point to just bash these guys. Everyone has had plenty of time. You know, we've got a new coach. Everybody thought, oh, once we get a new coach, we'll kind of have a clear picture of what Carson wants. Carson is still silent. To me, honestly, Carson's acting like a little ass kid. If I'm being 100% honest, I know none of y'all agree with that for the most part, but to me, he's just acting like a little ass kid. It's time to grow up, say what you want, and move the hell on, because you're only hurting yourself. You're only hurting the team. Broncos didn't want to trade Drew Lock to the Lions, but they were in on trading. Yeah, they were definitely in on trading for Stafford, but I don't know. I think Stafford's an older guy. You know what I'm saying? So they would have probably said, all right, let's give Stafford this year. Let's get, Drew Lock still developing. If you go with someone like Wentz, you're not going to be developing Drew Lock most likely. You're probably just going to hope that Wentz is the guy. What happened versus the Giants? Your soft QB got hurt and has missed. That's true. These are facts. What's that? Facts. speaking of crying, yeah, freaking Andre Dillard, man. Andre Dillard, man. My ankle's fine. My leg was that Aaron Rodgers is my leg. I definitely just lost where I was in the comments, so we'll just start here again. My thing was Carson was not speaking. It won't solve anything. Whatever he says, it won't be. All right, I get you. But at the same time, he created that. If he would have came out week 17, said, and even if it was a lie, even if he would have lied and been like, "Yo, I'm coming back. We gonna, rock out. I'm gonna work hard this offseason." He ain't say none of that. He just bounced. Like, that's some baby stuff to me, bro. Like, if Wentz starts this year and he's bad, bro, I mean, we're hurt. We're hit. We just put ourselves, especially if we get rid of Jalen Hurts, which will probably be the scenario. We're hurt, bro. We're hit. Wentz is going to get traded. The inability for the organization to say definitely that 100. That's what I'm saying. And the inability for them to just squash rumors, not even because, they asked Nick Sirianni. They were like, can you talk on the rumors? They didn't say, is he going to be the starter? They didn't say anything. Can you speak on the Carson Wentz rumors? You spoke to Carson, right? You spoke to Carson. Carson didn't tell you nothing. What did y'all speak about? If I call somebody, and I know I always use Brandon as an example, but if I call Brandon knowing he wants to quit Philly the podcast, if I call Brandon and we don't talk about him wanting to quit Philly the podcast, what the hell did I just spend my time calling him for? So for him to not be able to say, unequivocally, like, yes, we talked, we're going to work this out, or yes, we talked, he's probably not going to be here. For him to say, I can't speak on that, that says a lot to me, man. That says a lot to me. And I know we all want to believe whatever we want to believe, bro, but like, at some point, you got to just see what you see and take it for what it is. Until he tells me differently, I'm going to take it for what I see. Joe, you yeah, he also came back and had his best season coming out too, so before he retired. Which rumors? Watson's rumors? Hey, y'all arguing it. What did Watson do? Watson said he wanted to leave. Like, yeah, I would be cool with that. At this point, yes, I would be okay with that. I would like to know where my quarterback stands. Watson is not acting like a little ass kid. Watson put up the I was at 2, now I'm at 10. Everybody made a big deal about that. That's not a big deal. He didn't want to be there. He made it clear he didn't want to be there. Yes, I'm cool with that. I'll even take some James Harden right now. I'd even take that. Like, make it obvious you do not want to be here. This is the time to do it. I'd much rather that than him go out on that field and just collect a free check. Everybody wants to give Carson Wentz outs. And look, I like Carson Wentz. If he ends up being our quarterback next year, I'm going to root for Carson. I have the Carson Wentz jersey. You want me to go get the Carson Wentz jersey? Like, I am a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles. I got love for Carson Wentz. I got love for whoever's going to be our Philadelphia quarterback, whoever's going to be the quarterback. But I also am realistic and can see what the hell's going on. Everybody wants to, oh, well, this happened. Well, that happened. Well, how would you feel if, you were Carson Wentz? I don't give a damn about Carson Wentz's feelings. Like, at the end of the day, you're getting paid $100 million to go out there and play football. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you work hard. You worked hard to get to where you are, but you have to keep working hard. Okay? And correct me if I'm wrong. Lawyers have to continuously take their bar exams. People in medical professions, they have to continuously get tested, make sure that they're good. Why shouldn't $100 million quarterback for a franchise that had a terrible year, had one of their worst years in recent history, why should not he not be held to the same standard that everybody else in any position, any profession would be held to. I'm not going to keep saying, well, we got to think from Carson. No, we don't. Carson, tell us what the hell's going on and move on with it. If it's our team telling him just don't say anything, then I blame our team because it's stupid. Say something. You're literally not solving anything by just staying quiet. If anything, you're making everything worse. That's just my opinion. Like I said, I'm going to support whoever our quarterback is. I hate Howie Roseman. It doesn't mean I'm not going to start, I'm going to start hating the Eagles just because Howie Roseman's there. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I just kind of ranted for a second, but I'm just so tired of that, man. Like, I feel like everybody wants to get mad at each other because they have different opinions on Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz isn't giving us any type of reason to back him up anymore. I've backed him up for 3-4 years straight. You know how many Cowboy fans I've argued with, had to talk about, had to hear, Wentz is glass, Wentz this, Wentz that. We've backed him up for 4 years straight. 4 years straight, and he caught a hissy fit week 17. But y'all cool with that because our coaching was bad. That makes no sense to me. I'm sorry. That makes no sense to me. This man, Devontae Christian, is not thinking about being part of that drama. He think an attack, so how you think he's going to act? Who are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about... It's not about being a drama. If he takes that as an attack, then you say something. You said, listen, it was an attack. It was not an attack until you decided that you didn't want to talk to the media on week 17. That's what really fueled all this. You don't want to be here. Obviously, it got fueled when you got benched. People were like, oh, snap. But he could have just deaded that. On week 17, he could have been like, hey, I'm coming back next year. We're coming back with a vengeance. Whatever say whatever corny thing you want to say. We're going to come back and be better. He said that we have to be better every week. He couldn't say that week 17. He couldn't come back and just give us something. I mean, come on, bro. Like, I understand it, bro. I understand that we want Carson Wentz to be 2017 Carson Wentz. It is 2021, y'all. Stop holding on to 2017. I'm sorry. I had to say that, man. You need to hear this, man. You need to hear this. Yes, I like both quarterbacks. Exactly. You being unfair. How am I being unfair? How we could do it, call it. What day is today? Look, if I just got a notification saying I got $600. No, I didn't. But what's it called? If I don't get all the I'm waiting on a couple more content creators to send me their video for the pick. If I don't get all the picks, maybe I'll do the call in tonight. But I feel like I'm being very fair. I feel like I'm being very fair. Do you think Wentz lost the locker room? I feel like he can. I feel like if he keeps on being quiet and acting like a little punk, he can. Who's gonna respect the man that just was quiet all off season? Didn't even show like. Have you seen him working out? Because I haven't seen him working out. Have you seen him talking to any of his players? Because I haven't seen him talking to any of his players. Like, come on, you're the leader of this team. You're not just a running back. You're not just a diva wide receiver. You are the quarterback of this team. It is more than just going out on the field and playing. And that's what I don't think. It's like being the CEO of the company, bro. If your company is failing, I want to see my CEO. I want to see my boss. I want to make sure we good. I want to make sure you're working. We don't see that from him. What is wrong with a man being quiet? They've always said a man that is quiet. This is different. This isn't being quiet. This is avoiding. This is you avoiding an issue that you caused. Your play caused this. We can blame Doug. We can blame Howie. We can blame everybody. At the end of the day, who was out on that field? Carson Wentz. All right? Every other player has had to face up to the fact that they didn't play well. Right? Jason Peters has been dragged for his play, right? You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts has been dragged for the couple games that he played poorly. And he hasn't been scared of it. You're getting paid $100 million to lead this team. Being a leader to me is more than just going out on the field and playing because you get paid. To me, being a leader it keeps going in the offseason. I'm sorry about that. It keeps going in the offseason. In the offseason, you come out, you talk to your team. In the offseason, you go out, you work out with your team. You get stuff right. There's so many things he can be doing right now. All I know is 90% of these Carson reports are a bunch of crap. Then you know way more than any of us know, because nobody knows what the hell's going on. I just want to know what the hell's going on. If I'm wrong and he's like, everybody's just like, hey, we knew that everything was straight. Y'all chill, y'all bugging. Hey, I put my foot in my mouth. It is what it is. But right now, it's not looking like that. For real. Jalen looks good at training camp, and he's the QB, but I'm holding my judgment until then. If it comes down to a QB competition, it comes down to a QB competition. But, man, I'm not going to be sitting here giving this dude a leash just because he might be good. I'm good, bro. But, bro, how you going to blame Carson for something you don't know? I don't know. I didn't blame him for anything. I'm saying he has the opportunity, and he's had multiple opportunities to come out and dead all these rumors. He's had multiple opportunities to come out and say, yo, this is how I feel. This is what it is. Boom. That's it. He doesn't want to do that. He hasn't done that. He hid from the media week 17, which to me is corny. That's corny. It's corny as hell, bro. In my opinion, that is corny as hell. You lost. Go out there and play. Go out there and talk, bro. Go out there and represent your team, bro. Carson Wentz is not the most hated athlete in the NFL. Stop it. Stop it. I keep on. Yeah, 2019 he was average. He wasn't consistently good. Like, he had spots where he was really good, but he was definitely not consistently good. But you still here though. But you're still here though. Appreciate you, Clinton. But why does he have to say anything when people want him to say something? He don't have to say nothing if he doesn't want. That's a grown man first. He doesn't have to say anything, but that's what I think he should do. As a man, I would do that. As a man, I'm going to defend myself. I had a feeling that if we have a QB competition and Jalen wins, we're still going to start Carson because of how much he's making. It's possible, and if he does, that's dumb as hell to me. For that, then just trade Jalen. I've never heard that. I've literally never heard Jalen say that he's being supported by Carson. Maybe during that little stretch of games that he played, but after the season started, I have not seen any of that. You don't know what Eagles are telling. That's what I'm saying. If it's the Eagles, like I said, I don't care who it is, bro. I don't care who it is. At the end of the day, I'm sorry. At the end of the day, if it's Howie telling Carson, don't talk, you're good, and he's telling him bad advice. If it's his lawyer or his aide, I don't care who it is. It could be his girlfriend telling him don't talk, or his wife now. But I don't care. That's bad advice. That's bad advice. You are the leader of this team. I am nosy. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't in my feelings. I'm just telling you that's what. Until you do that, I'm gonna keep on having these conversations. I'm gonna keep on saying, "What if Carson goes? What if Carson gets traded? What if this? What if that?" Because he's not saying it. He's not saying anything, man. Y'all weren't here in week 8 when Joe was on live on Philly Mike's page with all them Cowboy fans defending Carson tooth and nail. Facts, bro. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. Yo, like, shout out to everybody. And I'm so blessed that you guys all, are subscribing and joining the family, bro. But, like, I'm telling you, man, this whole season, I have been defending Carson. These whole past couple seasons, when I didn't have this podcast, I was defending Carson. I'm not becoming a Carson hater. I've always been a fan. I've always been a realist. I've always been realistic with what I see. And I'm just telling y'all what I see. And I don't like him not saying stuff. That's my thing. I don't like him not saying anything. What did Watson do? What did Watson do that was so bad? That's what I want to know. That's really what I want to know. What did Watson do that he would have got bashed for? Why would I want my quarterback to act like that? I really didn't see anything. Dark to Eagles. I don't know what that means. If Carson don't want to compete for the job after his poor play, then there's a problem. Carson is talented. He needs to man up, ball out, and keep Hurts on the bench if he wants to be there. Big facts, bro. Big facts. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't stand Dallas fans. I rather deal with Washington and Giants fan, to be honest. I don't like Dallas fans either. I'm not gonna lie, but Dak is pretty cool. Dak Prescott, the guy that be in these, he's a nice guy. He doesn't come at nobody, so I respect him. As long as everybody's being respectful, not like being racist or nothing. Because lately, I gotta say this too. Well, we got 45 people in here, bro. Like, I appreciate that you guys comment. You guys get so passionate about it, and we all love our team, bro. And I understand that, and I 100% appreciate that and love it. Have the same thing, bro. But none of this has to do with race. None of this has to do with personal beliefs, religion, nothing like that. So, like, I had to take away everybody's wrench because I saw a lot of comments that I did not like, a lot of interactions that I did not like. At the end of the day, we are all Eagles fans. We are all family. And even if you aren't an Eagles fan, bro, have respect for each other. I don't want to see stuff like that. Like, come on. Well, Watson done to think on Texas he can do what he wants. I don't know what that means. I would imagine Carson was, and maybe in a dark mental place. He's a nice guy. He isn't choking a woman, but I didn't laugh at that. That's not good to laugh. But I think that the pressure has really gotten to him, and the reports. Maybe it's possible, man. But I don't want a weak mental quarterback. I don't want a mentally weak quarterback. They got dudes with serious domestic violence issues, and they barely mentioned it when it happened, but finds a way to bring up Carson every day. I agree. I feel like, man, Chad Willard. I think I was like one of the first people on YouTube to even say anything about it, and I was surprised because like people were coming in like, "Oh, I had no idea," and I was late. I was a couple of days late on the news, so it's sad, man. It is sad. Fans think he should be tougher, but the pressure on these guys is a lot, and money doesn't change that, in my experience. Oh, you got money, bro? Let me borrow a couple mil. Now I feel you. That I understand. Look, I've always been told that you have to hold your idols to a higher standard. You know what I'm saying? And I just hold him to a different standard. He is, to me, he is one of the greater quarterbacks that the Eagles have had, but he has not lived up to that hype, has not lived up to that potential. And I just, it is what it is. Yes, because we're talking about his performance on the field. We're not talking about Carson work off the field, which is great. It's about who the Eagles' best option is at quarterback, and opinions will differ. Exactly. It's all opinions. It's all opinions. That's my thing. That contract makes it very ugly. Shout out to everybody. We have 40 something people in here. I'm probably going to get off here pretty soon. But please do take that second and just hit that like, hit that subscribe if you are new. Really, really means a lot to me. It just helps me grow this channel. We're trying to blow it up for you guys. Try and get more, collabs on here and stuff. Agreed. With Philly, we can have disagreement, but don't be offending people. Facts, man. I've seen some crazy stuff on here, bro. It is not worth it. That's not true. If he just comes out, if he came out right now and was like, man, not even 2 minutes. It could be a 30-second video, man. I see everybody talking, and it should be directed to Eagles fans. It shouldn't even be directed to the media. It should be straight up him just saying to, hey, listen, man, I see all these rumors. Want to let you guys know, Eagles, it's fly, Eagles, fly. Something stupid like that, man, and just keep it moving. That would cause everybody to just be like, oh, okay. All the people that's, maybe people wouldn't believe him, but it would make people feel better. It would make me feel better at least. Shit. That's where I am right now, bro. I just want to be made feel better. Shout out to Be More Careful, man. I appreciate that $5 dono. Keep up the good content, bro. You already know, man. You already know. I appreciate you, bro. I really do appreciate that. ESPN said, according to Sal Paolantonio, Eagles believe Wentz is fixable. I believe Wentz is fixable too. It's all about him, though. He's got to be willing to be fixed. Get rid of Barrett. I like that name. I'm not gonna lie, Barrett. Yeah, facts. Whoever, listen, I got a Wentz jersey, so if when he hops back on the scene with a pocket full of green, you already know, man. You already know. I mean, yeah, I just need him to say something, man. Say something to me. Damn, thank you guys. Thank you, Steven, for the $5 donation. I appreciate that, guys. Y'all really don't got to do that, man. I appreciate it, though, so much. Imagine having to fix $100 million quarterback. How far is we? It's rough, man. It's rough. Listen, guys, I appreciate everybody that's in here, man. You guys are amazing. I'm always surprised when I see this many people. When I see more than 5 people, I get surprised. You guys make this incredible. But like I said, either tonight or tomorrow. Hopefully tonight. I'm going to be checking my email right now, see how many more we got. But the Eagles pick will be on the board. We will be doing this live. Me and Brandon will be going through all the picks that we get sent into us from these amazing content creators that you see on the board, and a couple more. So I really hope to see you guys all there when we do that live. And thank you guys so much. Again, thank you guys for the donations. Thank you for just all the comments and hanging out. I really do love you guys. You guys are amazing. But be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I will see you very, very soon. But other than that, it's Fly Eagles Flying. We are out here.